And just watching, just looking at his eyes, just seeing if he's there, and then walking away, and knowing that, you know, all right, that was for your quote.
Knocking his tongue out.
No, 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 I wouldn't knock the tongue out because I can feel how bad that hurts.
But you're admitting that, so that old bulletin board material, I mean, this is something that you hear and that motivates you even more, you see.
Well, you know, newspapers and the media, in a sense of telling you what to do on a given day, it doesn't actually tell you to go and win. You know, it's just telling you that someone's disrespecting you. If someone's disrespecting you, it's just a man within yourself. Just go out there and hopefully take care of it.
Do you ever hear running backs and receivers talk trash on the field?
No.
No, I would say that'd be pretty foolish if they did.
No, I think they're well respected in the National Football League, and there really isn't that much trash mouth talking. So
yeah, not from that position, because you get the last word. And what kind of players, linebackers specifically on defense, did you idolize or identify with?
Chris, it's funny that you mentioned that, because I have a lot of guys, you know, and for different reasons. I have Mike Singletary because he was dedicated to the game. I have Dick Butkus because he was just an animal out there. I have Lawrence Taylor for his athletic ability, and right now I like Clay Matthews due to the fact that he has longevity. So there are a lot of guys out there that I respect, but at the same token, you know, any player that plays in the National Football League is tough to do, and it's a great feat. And, you know, I respect them.
How much physical wear and tear? We've talked to Dick Butkus about this, and I didn't realize for guys that are making the tackles, the beating that you take, evidenced by your tongue, but how much do you hurt on Monday after a game?
Well, Chris, I can have my wife on the show, and I'll let you talk to her, but I'm a big baby after game day, to tell you the truth. You know, I'm in the ice tub, and, you know, I invested in the ice tub and the ice chest or ice machine in-house, so I can just jump in there when need be. But, you know, I'm a 27-year-old guy living in probably a 38-year-old body, and it's tough on you, and it wears and tears, and that's the sacrifice that you take.
All right, we'll continue with Junior Seau. He is Mr. San Diego, has his own clothing line, has his own restaurant there, of course, very active in charity work in the San Diego area. We'll talk to him about that, and also about where he came from to get to this point in his career. We're up close with the Chargers All-Pro linebacker. Don't go away. Welcome back to Up Close. We're talking with Junior Seau of the San Diego Chargers, the 5th overall pick in the 1990 draft. Born in San Diego, is it true that at an early age you moved to American Samoa and didn't learn to speak English until the age of 7?
No, that is actually fabricated. I'm still having problems speaking English, and
not because of the tongue.
I don't think I'll ever be able to master the English ways, but. No, you know, there were struggles within our culture, you know, of making the transition here to America. And
what jumped out?
We speak Samoa, you know, within our household. That's our first. Yeah, that's our first language. And Mom and Dad did a great job of kind of sheltering us and getting us active in sports and things like that. And you know, we worked our ways towards scholarships, and you know, here we are today.
What was that ever a barrier, a problem for you, the language, once you started to play sports?
Not really. You know, again, English language, I mean, it's hard to master. But, you know, I'm not looking to master. I'm going to do the best I can with it. But I think the hardest adjustment was to... it was the background of where we stayed at with Oceanside and
in the San Diego area.
In the San Diego area, and you know.
Was it a rough neighborhood?
Chris, I could tell you a sob story about, you know, living in Oceanside and living in not living in a two-story house and things like that, the luxuries in life. But
I think people would be interested to hear that because of what you've been able to accomplish.
There's a lot of stories out there, and I think it's just so repetitive that. I think that what I was brought up in and helps me today to appreciate what is happening to me, my wife, and my kids today.
Well, and you have said that a key to your success is because you learned how bad it is growing up poor.
Well, the key to my success is to know that I can be worse off than just a banged up lip or a tongue. You know, there's an appreciation out there of knowing where we came from and where we're at now, what we look to be in the future. This is definitely something that I'm blessed with and I'm thankful for. and I look forward to more.
And you give a lot back to the community, very active in charities, the Seau Foundation. You were the NFL Man of the Year in '94 for your work with child abuse prevention, drug and alcohol awareness. You also had a program called Gangbusters. And tell me how you became involved in this and what this is accomplishing.
Well, Gangbusters is really a facility in which the city of Oceanside really helped. My cousin Randall got in it, who is the executive director down there in Oceanside, and we've raised money where we can have a facility called Club 55, and it keeps kids in there with a weight room, computers, and things like that, where they can keep active. You know, give them some type of hope, some type of dream, keep it alive. The reason being was that, you know, I was brought up not only in the atmosphere of gang-related areas, but at the same time, my brother got involved with gangs, and he's now, you know, in jail because of gangs, and therefore it's a special tie to me to try to help others to not fall into that mode.
I know you don't want to speak about your brother very much. There's just one question in that area. He as a 16-year-old, I think, is when he got into trouble and was serving and is serving a prison time, pled guilty to attempted murder charges for his part in a gang-related shooting, sentenced to 10 years with the California Youth Authority. At what point is he expected to be released, and have you been able to speak with him?
Well, that's undecided right now because he's going through a process of kind of assessments within the system. So we're just going to be waiting, and of course we're going to be there for him, but at the same time he knows he made bad decisions and made some bad decisions, and you know, that's what we hope to kind of relate to the kids, you know, is that we can be an example to you. We can show you, you know, the ways of life of doing the right thing and doing the wrong thing. But what it's going to come down to is their choice.
And what do you tell the kids, other than you make the choice? Do you give them an example of the choices you made, how you avoided falling the wrong way?
Well, Chris, I try to share my testimony with them of how I was brought up and where I was leading my life and how I channel my energies towards sports and education and things like that. And hopefully, if I can give you something that worked for me, you can probably implement it in your life.
A key moment for you, and it had to do more with your attitude and fiery nature and competitiveness. It involved your high school social studies teacher was recently named Teacher of the Year.
Yes.
And if you could tell the story briefly, when you were playing basketball, and I would say through a temper tantrum. Be a nice
a little temper tantrum in high school. I was a senior in high school, and I was playing basketball, and you know, a lot of the guys in the locker room are probably laughing that, you know, Coconut playing basketball just isn't.
Yeah, I can't picture that.
Doesn't
you were
relate.
quite a player.
I was okay, but you know, Don Monable was my coach, and you know, at the time I was getting recruited heavily by college scouts, and I was kind of distorted, and I was everywhere else but playing basketball. I wanted to shoot the ball, but it was supposed to be passed around 4 to 5 times, and I got the ball. It was only the 3rd pass. I shot the ball, and coach got mad. So he says, repeat it. And then I repeated it, and I did the same thing. He and I got a little, you know, verbal fussle. And I would start to walk out the door, and for the first time in my life, Don Monable yells out and says, listen, Junior, you touch that doorknob, don't ever come back. For the first time in my life, I felt expendable. You know, before it was always, Junior, don't worry, everything will be okay. You want the ball, go ahead and shoot it. Don Monable said, listen, you leave this locker room or this gym, you're done. And it hit me, and I had a respect for him, you know, from then on.
And from that point, obviously something you still think about even today.
Oh, definitely, especially in the National Football League, Chris. You know, everyone's expendable here. And you try to do the best that you can and try to get as much as you can, and it's a business. But at the same time, if you can win, then it's a game. But in the National Football League, once you lose, it becomes a business.
A reason for your success in other businesses as well. We're with Junior Seau up close here in Los Angeles. We'll be back to wrap things up in a moment. Don't go away. All right, we got about 2 minutes left. 2-minute drill here with Junior Seau. Rumors, Bobby Ross. Actually, one player came up to me at a game and said, hey, I hear Atlanta wants to hire Bobby Ross. Has he addressed the team at all about his future with the organization, coaching you guys?
Yeah, he did address the team, and he says that he's going to work for the Junior Seau Foundation in San Diego. He is not leaving us.
To do.
Bobby Ross will be there. He's not leaving us, and if he does leave us at any particular time, it'd be like 4 steps backwards for the organization.
And he got the organization to the Super Bowl. Once you get a taste of that, Junior, obviously you want to get back there, but how much more? How is the desire affected once you've been there?
It's a drive that will always bring you back. I mean, it's something that you want to always try to achieve and walk away with a sense of pride. And the last time we went out there, it wasn't something that we'll ever want to remember.
Yes, you blocked that out.
So we try to block it out. We have the AFC ring, and that's about it.
Stan Humphrey's unlikely to play against the Steelers this week. If he doesn't play, does the defense put more pressure on you? Do you have to do more?
Oh, definitely. Salisbury's going to have to pick it up on his end. He's our backup quarterback, and our defense knows that we're going to have to play better than we performed last week, and we're going to pick it up. And I believe that we're going to be in the playoffs, and that until someone proves us wrong, then know that we're going to be employed in January.
All right, so Junior says they will be in the playoffs. We got about 20 seconds here. Since you faced the Packers and, of course, the Broncos this year, and they're playing each other Sunday, and those are teams people expect maybe to be around the Super Bowl, who do you like in that game?
I like Green Bay in the first quarter, Denver in the second quarter, Green Bay in the third, and Denver in the fourth.
Oh, that's nice. Way to commit. Thanks for coming on the program.
Thanks a lot,
all right,
Chris.
Don't forget Seau's Restaurant in San Diego. It's a wonderful place. I've been there. The food is good.
Thank you very much.
All right, take care. Good luck to the Chargers rest of the way. We appreciate Junior Seau being with us here on Up Close. We'll see you tomorrow on the program. We'll talk college hoops and whatever else is on his mind with Dale Brown. Thanks for watching. We'll see you then.